We're getting ready to open up the
I like to switch
TSP,
it up for you
so
guys.
I'll shoot myself an email to,
Okay. Because I mean, it says proposed, which means it's not ratified, but it's got to be, that kind of aspect needs to be taken out because it's not accurate.
yeah, no, I understand what you're saying.
Okay, cool, thank you.
164. Okay, got it.
EJ, what are you doing on that side? I'm all Twitter pated.
Hey Kelly, can you talk for a second?
On the phone?
Yes, we're the recording is the Zoom portion of the recording is incredibly loud, he said, so we're trying to fix that. All right, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, perfect. That's what he said you could only like when Kelly was talking on the Zoom, it was super.
Super duper
Are we
loud.
good? Okay, perfect. We got it.
Oh, awesome. Oh, you guys are so fantastic.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No. Okay, clock says 5:30. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, to the June 12th, 2025 meeting of the Planning Commission, the Medford Planning Commission will now come to order. Kaylee, can we please have a roll call?
Rachel Bennett.
Here.
Brad Bennington.
Here.
Larry Besco.
Here.
David Culbertson.
Here.
Mark McKechnie. EJ McManus.
Here.
Jared Pulver. Jeff Thomas.
Here.
And Jim Wallen.
Here.
Roll has been taken.
Thank you. We have a quorum. Tonight's agenda is available on the city's website for those watching from home. The order of business this evening will consist of consent calendar and written communications, the minutes, public hearings, reports. Item 20 is the consent calendar written communications. Have the commissioners reviewed the consent calendar and written communication items? Does anyone have any questions? Seeing none, could I please have a motion?
Mr. Chair, I move to adopt the consent calendar and written communications as submitted.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion is made and seconded. Kaylee, can we please have a roll call?
Rachel Bennett.
Yes.
Larry Besco.
Yes.
David Culbertson.
Yes.
EJ McManus.
Yes.
Jeff Thomas.
Yes.
Brad Bennington.
Yes.
Jim Wallen.
Yes.
We have 7 yeses.
Excellent. Motion passes. Item 30 is the minutes. Have the commissioners reviewed the minutes of the Planning Commission meeting from May 8th, 2025 and May 22nd, 2025? Does anyone have any corrections or additions? Seeing none, minutes are approved. Item 40 is oral requests and communications from the audience. This is an opportunity for members of the audience to address the commission on matters that are not on tonight's agenda. If you wish to speak, please come forward to the podium, sign in, tell us your name and your concern. Tonight's public hearing, item 50.1, will be conducted as a quasi-judicial hearing. The applicant has withdrawn item 50.2, and item 50.3 will be a legislative hearing. If you plan to testify, please listen carefully to the following prepared statement regarding the procedural rules that govern these hearings. The statement will be read by Mr. Alan Moreland, Deputy City Attorney.
I'm going to explain the rules that govern these hearings. Before the hearing begins, city staff will give a report. The report will list the criteria that govern the city's decision. After the staff report, the hearing will be opened for other speakers. The applicant will speak first and may ask for rebuttal time. Following the applicant, any other interested person will be allowed to speak. Any testimony, argument, or evidence you give must relate to the criteria listed in the staff report or other criteria in the comprehensive plan or land use regulations that you believe apply to the decision. If you fail to raise an issue or do not give the commission sufficient information so that the commission and any party can respond, you will not be able to appeal that issue to the Land Use Board of Appeals. If you do not raise constitutional or other issues about any proposed condition with specificity so that the commission can respond to that issue, you will not be able to bring a court action for damages. Before the hearing is closed, anyone who needs more time to present evidence must ask for more time. If you ask, the hearing will be continued, or the record will be kept open, and you will have at least 7 days to present additional written evidence.
Thank you. In order to proceed through this evening's agenda in a timely manner, except at the Commission's request, applicants giving testimony tonight will be given 10 minutes to present their application. Individuals who have comments about these applications will be given 3 minutes or 5 minutes if you're representing a group or organization, and then 5 minutes for the applicant for rebuttal. Agenda item 50.1, PUD-25-115 and LDS 25-114. Consideration of a minor revision to Ponderosa Place subdivision, tentative plat, to allow Thin Leaf Street to be constructed as a half-street and change the segment of Thin Leaf Street north of Bristol Cone from a minor residential street to a residential lane. Also, a planned unit development is proposed to include the multifamily residential portion. Ponderosa Place is a 170-lot residential subdivision on approximately 49.2 acres within the Chilson Rise MD3A urbanization planning area. The subject properties are generally located south of Coker Butte Road, north of Owen Drive, and east of Honolulu Lane terminus, within the SFR 4, SFR 6, and MFR 15 zoning districts. The applicant is Hayden Holmes, LLC. The agent is CSA Planning, and the planner is Stefan Roenfeld. The applicant has requested this item be continued until the June 26, 2025 Planning Commission meeting. Are there any members in the audience that have come to testify on this agenda item? Does that include Zoom, Kelly?
Yeah, I'm the only one zooming.
Got it. So I'm not seeing anyone in here for the public hearing to testify. Is there a motion for consideration?
Mr. Chair, I move to continue PUD-25-115 and LDS-25-114 to the June 26, 2025 Planning Commission meeting.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Motion has been made and seconded. This is a voice call. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? All right. The continuation is granted. Agenda item 50.2, E-24-203, consideration of an exception request for an alternate street cross-section from the standard street sections for collector streets for the future extension of Lone Oak Drive from its intersection with East Barnett southerly to Coal Mine Road. The applicant is Michael Mahar. Agent is Needhammer Surveying. Planner is Stefan Roenfeld. The applicant has withdrawn this application. There will be no action. Agenda item 50.3, SV-25-106, consideration of request to vacate portions of 606 square foot total area of Yamsey Drive and unimproved right-of-way approved with the Cascade Terrace at Cedar Landing subdivision phases 2 and 3. The subject vacation areas are located at the intersection of the future Yamsey Drive and Mount Thielson Drive and are within the SFR single-family residential 4 dwelling units per gross acre zoning district. The applicant is C.A. Galpin. The planner is Dustin Severs. Dustin, can we please have a staff report?
Yes, thank you. Dustin Severs with the Planning Department, and I'm presenting a staff report for the Yamsey Drive vacation. It should be a pretty quick one for you. Start with the legal requirements. So the vacation criteria are found in section 10.2284 of the Land Development Code, and it's also included in your staff reports. And the proposal is a type 4 application. So the city council is the final approving authority, whereas the planning commission provides or forwards a recommendation to city council. And the city council did initiate the subject request at the meeting held on June 4th. They did set the public hearing date for July 2nd. Looking at the project summary, so the subject areas includes portions of the Amzay Drive, which is an unimproved right-of-way located within the Sky Lakes Village at Cedar Landing subdivision, Phase 7A. It's generally located in northeast Medford. Looking at the surrounding area, it's mostly low-density residential. To the west is the Cedar Links Golf Course, portions thereof. Site's general land use plan designation is urban residential. Its underlying zoning is SFR4, and the subject area and the surrounding area is all part of the Cedar Links Plan Unit Development, which was approved back in 2006. Here's the original PUD. It's went through several transformations since this time. It was originally approved with 4 sub-areas, including Sky Lakes Village. And the proposal is a vacation of 3 portions totaling approximately 606 square feet of the Amzay Drive. This is just excess right-of-way. So looking at the history again, this is part of the Cedar Links PUD, which was approved back in 2006. Since that time, there's been several modifications, plats, replats, pretty complicated web. So I'm just going to hit on the couple land use actions that are pertinent to the subject request. So in 2013, they were approved for a plat subdivision, which was the first platting of the Amzay Drive right-of-way. And as you can see, it was originally shown as terminating in a cul-de-sac, and you see the surrounding area is all reserved acreage. So fast forward to 2021, in the intervening time between 2013 and 2021, a lot of this area was platted and or developed. So it became ripe to extend Mount Filson Drive that runs east-west. So at that time, with this application, the applicant did request to convert this cul-de-sac to a T intersection. Public Works Department was supportive of this, and as you can see, they also showed the shaded areas. So they'd actually requested to vacate it with this application. Planning staff explained that they would have to go through the vacation process in order to do so. So they were approved for the final plat in 2024. So now they simply request and comply with the condition of approval by the Public Works Department with that 2021 land division is that they would allow them to do the T intersection. They just wanted them to make sure that they vacated these excess portions of right-of-way, thereby relieving the city from any kind of maintenance responsibility. And so that's exactly what they're doing right now. Again, just 606 square feet total. And that's about all we have. So I'll move on to our findings and recommendation. So the commission found this was initiated by city council. We notified the neighbors and we received no opposition of the request. So we do ask that you, based on the findings and conclusions that all the approval criteria are met or not applicable, that you forward a favorable recommendation to city council approval of SV 25106, and that's per the staff report dated June 5th, 2025, and includes exhibits A through I. Thank you.
Excellent. Does the commission have any questions for staff? Yes, Commissioner Besco.
I was going to ask, so my understanding that's going to turn into a T intersection then, is that correct? And is the right-of-way that's needed for the intersection, is that already dedicated, or another plat has to come in?
No, they final platted it in July of 2024.
Okay, and is that open space right-of-way, that's gone then too? I mean, within the right-of-way, the street right-of-way, is that right, or is that still there?
I'm not sure about the open space, but yeah, there's pretty much the whole area has been platted at this point, so we will see a connection with Mount Filson Drive.
And it's okay for then the traffic to drive across the open space if it's dedicated open space, is that right?
That's my understanding.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Any other questions of staff? Seeing none. Let's open the public hearing and invite the applicant or their agent to speak on this application. Don't have an applicant coming forward. They're not on Zoom. Kaylee? Okay. So is anyone else wish to speak on this? There's no rebuttal time. We have no one else to hear on this application. Staff have any additional comments? Okay. Commission have any additional questions of staff? Okay. Applicant and agent don't have any testimony. We're going to close the public hearing. And is there a motion for consideration?
Mr. Chair, based on the findings and conclusions that all approval criteria are met or are not applicable, I recommend we forward a favorable recommendation to City Council for approval of SV-25-106 per the staff report dated June 5, 2025, including Exhibits A through I.
Excellent. Is there a second?
Second, Mr. Chair.
All right, motion's been made and second. Is there any discussion on the motion? All right, Kaylee, can we please have a roll call?
Larry Besco,
Yes.
Brad Bennington,
Yes.
David Culbertson,
Yes.
Jim Wallen,
Yes.
EJ McManus,
Yes.
Jeff Thomas,
Yes.
Rachel Bennett.
Yes.
We have 7 yeses.
Excellent. Motion is passed. That concludes tonight's public hearing. We're going to move on to item 60, which is presentation of reports. Jared is not here for Transportation Commission, so I'm assuming unless there was something important, Kelly, you might be able to weigh in.
I have nothing for transportation.
Okay. Site plan and architecture, Commissioner Thomas.
Thank you. So we heard the continuation for the Airport Chevrolet expansion. They came back and addressed the concerns of the commission and complied with what Public Works was looking for, and it was approved. So that was the one item that we addressed.
Perfect. All right, Planning Department, Kelly, take it away.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is Kelly Aiken coming from the sky tonight. Thank you for accommodating me. So just a couple things for you. We do have business for your next 3 meetings. That's June 26, July 10, and July 24. City Council on Wednesday last week, they approved the Community Development Block Grant Consolidated Plan, which is a 5-year plan, and then the annual action plan that implements that consolidated plan. And then they also initiated and set a public hearing date for the Yamsey Drive vacation you just recommended. Up next week at council, we have an amendment to the comprehensive plan, the park strategic plan that you sent a recommendation on a couple weeks ago. And then also renewing or extending the funding for from the Housing Opportunity Fund to continue the ADU SDC program. So those 2 things are on the agenda for next week. And then the only other thing I had was Sunday is Father's Day. I wanted to wish you dads a very happy Father's Day, and I hope you enjoy your time with your families. And that's all that I had, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you very much. All right. I have no messages and papers from the chair. City Attorney, do you have anything to add?
No remarks.
All right. Propositions and remarks from the commission. Seeing none, we're adjourned.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks.